the Wanderers.
Welcome to Stargazers. I'm Dean Regas, astronomer from the Cincinnati Observatory.
And I'm James Albury, director of the Kika Silva Plot Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida. Saturn will be at opposition this week, making it bigger and brighter than it's been all year.
That's right, James. So this is a great time to get out there and look for the ringed planet. If you have a telescope, Saturn's rings will look exquisite as they're tipped toward the Earth.
With that being said, we thought this would be a great opportunity to also talk about how the planets got their names.
Plus, we'll show you where to look for the ringed planet. Let's show you. Throughout human history, cultures around the world have made patterns out of the brightest stars. We call these patterns constellations. And the stars that form them appear fixed with respect to each other, gliding in unison through the night sky from east to west.
For most of human history, there was no scientific explanation for what the stars were, so many cultures considered the stars as being divine. The motion of the stars through the sky was so predictable that people could actually tell time based on the position of the stars.
However, there were a few peculiar lights that seemed to move among the stars, appearing in different position each night. And not only would they move, but they would change their direction, their speed, their brightness, and even their color. These lights would even disappear for a while and then reappear.
The strange behavior of these lights prompted many ancient cultures to believe that these wandering stars were greater gods than the fixed stars, and their bizarre motions were messages from the gods expressing their pleasure or displeasure with the doings of man.
Ancient Greek astronomers referred to these wandering stars as asteros planetes, which we've shortened today to planet. We now define a planet as being a relatively large spherical body that orbits a star, in our case, the Sun. Our solar system has 4 rocky planets, 4 gas giant planets, and numerous icy dwarf planets. Given the godly history of the planets, each of the major planets is named after a character in Roman mythology.
For example, Mercury is named after the messenger of the Roman gods. He was known for his speed, and this planet lives up to its namesake. Mercury is traveling over 100,000 miles per hour around the Sun and can complete one orbit in about 88 days.
Venus, the brightest and the most dazzling of the naked eye planets, was named after the Roman goddess of beauty and love. However, its beauty is deceptive. Venus has one of the most hostile planetary environments we know. Its atmosphere is poisonous to us, and its surface temperature alone is hot enough to melt lead.
Mars, the red planet, is special because of its dramatic change in brightness and color. The reddish color of the surface of Mars prompted many cultures to associate this planet with their gods of blood and violence. And every 2 years, Mars's orbit brings the planet close to the Earth, and its brightness and color can change dramatically. It was believed that whenever this happened, war, pestilence, and death were not far behind.
Jupiter is our largest planet and is quite fittingly named after the king of the Roman gods. This planet takes almost 12 years to orbit the Sun, spending almost a year in each of the 12 zodiac constellations. Jupiter currently has 67 moons, and if Jupiter were hollow, you could fit over 1,000 Earths inside it.
Saturn is the last of the naked eye planets. This planet was named after the Roman god of agriculture, who also happened to be Jupiter's father. Saturn is special because it has rings made of billions of pieces of ice, rock, and dust that subsequently make them very easy to see, even with the smallest telescope. Speaking of Saturn, let's set up our sky for 9 p.m. any night this week facing southeast.
To find Saturn, look southeast where you'll see it near the 3 stars at the top of the J-shaped pattern of stars that mark Scorpius the Scorpion. As the night progresses, Saturn rises higher and higher, reaching its highest point in the sky around 1:30 a.m.
So, there you have it. A little background on the wandering stars with a little planetary trivia thrown in for good measure.
And they're all in the sky waiting for you as you keep looking up.